So yeah, man, in regard to what happened to me last Wednesday with the whole police situation and whatnot, I am currently on my way to the police station, and I'm going to have a talk with the chief. I have a translator with me, so I'm getting a little assistance. Got a bunch of questions that I'm going to ask, and I'm going to see who's in the right and who's in the wrong, and I'm curious to know what they did with my report and whatnot, or the report that they wrote about me. Surely they wrote a report. They have to. That's their line of work. They took my ID down. I'm going to check into that as well, and we'll see what happens afterwards. All right. So yeah, keep watching. Alright, so this is it. So yeah, as you saw, I went to the police station, the local police station, and I had a sit down and talk with the police chief. And now I had a translator with me, so I was able to get a couple questions in and a few questions answered. So from my understanding, how it is in Japan anyway, police are able to stop you to perform a random search. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be targeted and picked out on the street, caught up with, and questioned, and have your pockets emptied. So the police, they asked me if I could empty out my pockets. They didn't touch me. They didn't pat me down or anything. And this is because, well, I hadn't previously been convicted of any crime. So yeah, during the time that they pulled me over, I had to actually empty out my pockets into a little pan that they provided me. And the only thing I emptied out in my pockets were a pair of gloves. These gloves here. And yeah, overall the experience was a funny one, awkward one. Because usually, from my perspective anyway, when the police pulls you over, that means something is wrong. In Japan, it's not like that. Maybe there's nothing wrong. And I had requested for my report to be revealed. I'm not so sure how serious the police in Japan are about writing reports. But what had happened was no report was found. So, to me, it kind of made the whole experience awkward and unworthy to further investigate from me. Anyway, like I wanted to check my report. I wanted to see what was up with the police and why they stopped me, but there was no answer given. So yeah, police are able to do random searches, and being a foreigner, I had to provide my ID. I suppose anybody else as well. And I don't think it was me being black that had them chase after me, follow me, and stop me. I don't know. Maybe that was it. That could have been it. I'm not too sure. It still remains a mystery to me. It could be that I'm just a foreigner. Could be because I'm a black male. It could be anything. And the general impression I get is because I'm a black male. That's why I said it. I could easily say it's because I'm black. Now, if I were a white male, walking down the street, would they have stopped him? You know, this is something to question as well. If I were a white woman walking down the street, would they have stopped me? I don't think so. You know, if I were a Japanese woman walking down the street, would they have stopped me? No, probably not. I don't think so. I mean, they drove by a bunch of other people, Japanese people, on their way to stopping me. So I felt like I was targeted to be pulled over. I mean, they went through a distance to catch up with me. First, it was spotting me across the street, doing a U-turn, driving up to the intersection, making a left, following me. I'm making another left into a kind of secluded private area. So, I don't know. The general impression I get, yeah, it's because I'm a black male. And I'm a foreigner. And I sort of feel like being black and a foreigner, I get the extra ones, you know, the extra plus bonus for being a target of the police. You know? Alright, in my video regarding the police stopping me, I had mentioned that it was my first time, and what I had meant by that was it was my first time being ID'd by the police. You know? And I've always wondered, why is it that police tend to do random stops on foreigners requesting their ID? And I had a talk with a friend of mine online, and he had mentioned that the reason why police do it is because they put every foreigner's ID into the database. Now, I'm not sure whether or not that's true, that it's just a rumor. You know, anything's possible at this point, you know, like, I'm not even sure. And this is the reason why I went down to the station to request for my report. And when they had told me that there was no report to be found, it kind of left me kind of shocked in a way. I couldn't believe it. I still don't believe it. I think they're lying. You know, just awkward. Just the whole thing is awkward. And I sort of felt like, you know, the whole impression that I'm getting from this all is like, we foreigners are like rare Pokemon, and the police are fucking Pokemon catchers. And they set out to get us, to catch us all. Kind of like that Pokemon index finder thing, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But anyway, alright, in regards to how things are in Japan, things are pretty much peaceful. I mean, it's ever so rarely that you hear anything in the news in regards to shootings, stabbings, you know, killings. You know, I mean, killings are here. I mean, you know, there are murderers, people being convicted of murder, stalkers, and all kinds of crime. But as far as crime goes, crime is low here. And I think that's due to the fact that if you are a suspect in a crime, then there's a 95 to 99% conviction rate. Now, call that motivation for not committing crimes. So anyway, so what would they do? What would the police do if they did indeed find any weapons on me? I'm not even sure about that. They'd probably take me to the police station or something like that. Probably to jail. Probably put a fine on me. I don't know. During the time the police stopped me, they asked me if I had any weapons on me. And I put up my fist like this and I said, "This is the only weapon I have." And at the same time, I dropped my ID card. He picked it up for me, you know. So anyway, yeah. far as crime goes, there's practically nothing here. You never hear about it. I mean, I've never heard of anything near me. And actually, there are bad areas, convenience store robberies and stuff like that. Not exactly near me, but kind of in the same area. You know, the area has had a reputation of burglaries, you know, break-ins and store robberies. But other than that, I mean, in this area, nothing ever happens. Alright, so into the next video. Keep your chin up, stay strong, never give up. It's one love on Kyokushin. And we're out.